You think you're tough. You've survived deadlines, betrayal, rejection, heartbreak. But Seneca, the great Roman Stoic, would ask you this: are you strong or just distracted? Because real toughness isn't about lifting more weight, shouting louder, or pretending not to care. It's about building an inner fortress that nothing, no insult, no failure, no tragedy, can break. Seneca knew this firsthand. He lived through exile, illness, political disgrace, and was finally ordered to commit suicide by Emperor Nero. And yet his writings, 2,000 years later, still teach us how to stand unbroken. So here are 10 Stoic lessons from Seneca for mastering mental toughness. 1. Expect hardship before it arrives. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Letters. We fear the future, like children fear shadows. But most of what terrifies us never arrives, and the things that do arrive, they always feel lighter than our imagination made them. Seneca advised rehearsing misfortune each morning. Exile, loss, insult, even death. Why? Because when you've already faced it in your mind, reality can't shock you. The tough don't hope for an easy life. They train for a hard one. 2. Practice voluntary discomfort. Seneca asked Lucilius in a letter to set aside certain days and live simply. Drink water, eat coarse bread, wear rough clothes, then say to yourself, "Is this what I feared?" We think strength comes from luxury, from abundance. But the more you cling to comfort, the more fragile you become. Voluntary discomfort, fasting, cold showers, simplicity, reminds you that you need far less than you think. If you can endure with little, then no loss can ever break you. 3. Control desire before it controls you. Seneca warned, "It is not the man who has too little who is poor, but the one who hankers after more." Letters. Weakness wears the mask of endless craving. New jobs, new partners, new likes, new possessions. Each desire enslaves you because you've handed your peace to something outside of yourself. Real toughness is saying, "I can live with this. I need nothing else." Not because you reject joy, but because you refuse chains. 4. Delay is the cure for anger. In On Anger, Seneca gave one of his most practical remedies. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. Think of the last time someone insulted you. Did your fury make you powerful or ridiculous? Anger is a crack in your fortress. The longer you wait before reacting, the stronger you become. Count to 10. Walk away. Sleep on it. If you can rule your anger, no one can rule you. 5. Learn to be your own friend. Seneca once reflected, "What progress have I made? I am beginning to be my own friend." Most of us can't stand silence. We fill every moment with noise, social media, gossip, distraction, because we're terrified of meeting ourselves. But toughness means solitude without fear, to be your own companion, to be at home in your own company. If you can be your own friend, you'll never be hostage to anyone's approval. 6. Guard time as your rarest possession. Seneca's On the Shortness of Life begins with this thunderclap. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. You are careful with money, careful with possessions, but you squander your time, the only wealth you can never earn back. Mental toughness means treating every hour as sacred. Ask yourself daily, if today were my last, is this how I would spend it? Time is not short. It is just badly invested. 7. Detach from wealth and fortune. Seneca was one of the richest men in Rome, yet he reminded himself constantly, "Wealth is the slave of the wise man, the master of the fool." Money can buy luxury, but it cannot buy peace. And when fortune shifts, the weak collapse because their soul was tied to gold. The tough enjoy wealth without needing it. They own riches, but are never owned by them. 8. turn setbacks into strength. Seneca wrote, "Fire tests gold, adversity tests brave men." On Providence, hardship doesn't just reveal your strength, it builds it. When illness struck Seneca in his youth, he considered ending his life. But he endured, saying, "Sometimes even to live is an act of bravery. Every setback is a chance to forge resilience. Ask not, why me? Ask, how can this strengthen me? 9. Live each day as a complete life." Seneca's advice: begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. We live as if we'll never die, and then die having never lived. We postpone peace until retirement, until success, until tomorrow. But every day is a full life if you choose it. Eat, work, love, forgive, reflect, as if the curtain will fall tonight. The tough live daily, the weak wait for someday. 10. Rehearse. Death. To rehearse. Freedom. At the end of his life, Seneca reminded his friends, "He who has learned how to die has unlearned how to be a slave." Death is the final teacher. If you can look at it without terror, nothing else can enslave you. Loss cannot crush you. Misfortune cannot bend you. Insult cannot wound you. For the person who has rehearsed death, life itself becomes freedom. Closing reflection. Seneca's life ended in blood, but his wisdom has never died, and here is his legacy. Toughness is not noise. It is not cruelty. It is not the mask of arrogance. It is expecting hardship without fear, choosing discomfort over slavery to luxury, controlling desire, anger, and time, turning setbacks into strength, living fully each day, and rehearsing death until even the grave has no chains. That is what it means to be unbreakable. That is mental toughness, Stoic style. So I leave you with Seneca's challenge. Are you training your body to look strong, or your mind to be strong? Because when the test comes, and it will, only one kind of toughness will save you.